Fans, welcome to Homecoming 2019. We are proud to welcome back our recent alumni to join the Golden Hawk Regiment, now entering the stadium tonight for the pregame festivities. Please give a warm welcome to HSHS Class of 2019 members Eli Barnett from UNC Charlotte and Emily Alice from UNC Chapel Hill, Grant Sevier and Amanda Jones from NC State University, and from the United States Navy, Colby Mitchell. A reminder that due to the halftime festivities tonight, the Golden Hawk Regiment will be performing post-game. We invite you to stay after the game for their post-game show. First time they've really debuted the whole show in front of anybody tonight here at home. So we're looking forward to seeing that. Again, that will be tonight after the game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Hawk Country, Golden Hawk Country. Rand Northam filling in for Adam Moore tonight as the Golden Hawks are getting ready to make it out onto the field. Rand Northam alongside Ed Perry. Ed's going to join us here on the broadcast tonight as it's SWAC football tonight. Golden Hawks coming into this contest with a clean slate, 4 straight wins, of course, a bye week early in the season. But, Ed, this has been exactly the start that Holly Springs has wanted, and they've really looked good so far, 4-0 on the season.
Yeah, coming off of last year where they were able to win the SWAC with an undefeated record, they were really looking forward to a hot start here and really prove themselves as coming into this season, that was not a fluke last year. And the 4-0 start is the first time they've had that in their school history. So there's a lot of excitement right now leading into the conference.
Well, and this is really a great way to start things off. Nothing against South Garner. They're a new school, don't even have a senior class yet. This is the way you want to start off your conference schedule so that you can get comfortable in those games that really matter so much. You mentioned the unbeaten conference record last year, wanting to continue that strength this year. But starting against a lesser opponent, not a Middle Creek, a Garner, or anything like that, is certainly a good way to ease yourself into it.
Absolutely. We're taking a page out of the old Alabama and Clemson books here
That's right.
with those powerhouses from the Power 5 conferences.
Well, we have got just about 4 minutes left until kickoff. We're going to bring you kickoff. Want to let you know just a little bit about our sponsors. What we can ask for you tonight, since we're getting a late start, is to really go out, support those sponsors as best you can. We really do appreciate that. The Golden Hawk Game Day is presented by Arise, the Urology Clinic for Men. Arise, the Urology Clinic for Men provides a complete solution to men's health. Call 919-964-3750 or visit arisetheclinicformen.com for more information. And we'll have coaches' comments for you again coming up next week with head coach Robert Firth. And for those coaches' comments, they're brought to you by CTS. For all your technology needs, the name to trust is CTS, Collaborative Technology Solutions. No project is too big or too small. Let the team at CTS design, engineer, and support technology that works for you. Call 919-650-1212 or visit cts-av.com. We'll be back with the remainder of the Golden Hawk Game Day presented by Arise, the Urology Clinic for Men, and we will bring you kickoff of Golden Hawks and the Titans on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network.
Thank you so much for helping me find this fantastic investment property for such a great rate.
It was my pleasure. Now we need to get you over to Encore Properties so they can help you find a well-qualified tenant.
Can't you help with that?
No, I specialize in helping you buy and sell property. Encore will help you with property management and will send you back to me when you're ready to sell.
Stick with your trusted real estate agent for buying and selling, but let Encore Properties do the hard work of finding your tenants and handling the day-to-day issues that being a landlord presents. Contact Encore and lock in the guaranteed flat rate management fee of $100 per month today. Visit encore-pm.com or call 919-324-3829.
The parents of the Holly Springs 2020 graduating class would like to wish all the Golden Hawks seniors an exciting, fun-filled, winning final season here in the Hawks Nest. It's almost time to spread your wings and soar, but this is your moment. Enjoy. This is Holly Springs High School football on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network, presented by Encore Properties. Visit encore-pm.com today. And by Arise, the Urology Clinic for Men. By Kent Honeycutt, the answer to all your automotive purchase needs. By Campana, modern, sustainable, and respectful means of caring for your companions. By Scrump Shack, home of the fattest fish sandwich. And by CTS, Collaborative Technology Solutions, supporting technology that works for you. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Golden Hawks, Adam Moore.
Welcome again to our guest from South Garner. The Titans head coach is Daniel Finn. Your Golden Hawks head coach in his 5th season is Robert Firth. Tonight's officials are Richard Milner, Brian Ullman, your umpire, Lonnie Williams, the head linesman, Lewis Jackson.
That wraps up the very abbreviated edition of the Golden Hawk Game Day presented by Arise, the Urology Clinic for Men, which provides a complete solution to men's health. Call 919-964-3750 or visit arisetheclinicformen.com for more information. And here come your Hawks as the Golden Hawks make it out. Talking about using the schedule to your benefit, only one away game in all of the non-conference. Now Hillside will be coming up at the end of the year, but that's another great way to start things off is 3 out of the 4 opening games played right here at home. I'm sure that's a bit of a benefit.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise to see when the schedules came out. Pleasantly, of course. Doesn't happen very often.
That's right.
But we'll certainly take it. Maybe it's the spoils of going undefeated last year. We'll
and another mix-up in the offseason, too. So what was it? Was it just I guess it was 2 years ago. It's like it was just – so we played one season under the new schedule, and then again played this, mixed things up again. So you think of things, I usually call the Fuquay Arena broadcast. We'll be playing here again. Fuquay Arena will be playing at Holly Springs again. Fuquay hasn't played Middle Creek at Middle Creek in 3 seasons.
Right.
Because of all the conference mix-up, because of South Garner entering in.
Yes.
And all that. So
and Fuquay this year, recall at their school, they've actually changing the physical location.
That's right.
So they have no home stadium at the moment that they're truly calling. It's getting rebuilt.
Yeah, it's Willow Spring High School, and
yes,
great facility, but definitely different this season. Well, we're ready to kick things off. It is Holly Springs that will kick off from left to right here in the first quarter. Rand Northam alongside Ed Perry for your broadcast tonight of Holly Springs Golden Hawk football. And underway, kicked out of bounds at the 35, which is where the ball will be taken for South Garner. Again, a very young program, a new school in the last couple years. South Garner not fielding any seniors at this time. And we'll do our best to give you names of the players as well, as they had some of them listed, hopefully all of them listed on the website. And big thanks to Big Weather Don Schwinneker for giving us those names just before going on tonight.
Fritz Orthodontics is a premier sponsor of Holly Springs
Golden Hawk football on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network is presented by Encore Properties.
Your Titans
we appreciate Kelly Sauls and all her supports. And here we go. First SWAC football snap of the season with a tight set for South Garner. This will be a toss sweep, which will go around the right side. A little bit of speed coming out of the backfield as that's carried ahead by Joshua Gayton. And not a bad way for the Titans to start.
Yeah, that's a good start off there. They run that tight power formation with that sort of wing T look from the old throwback days. And if you can execute it, that's a great way to move the football.
It sure does. First down on the first carry. So something to go down in the record books for South Garner as far as conference play is concerned. First down and 10 from the 45 here in the first quarter. It's a very different and unique look of that wing tee with the back being tight, no wideouts either, with the snap that goes ahead for about a 1 yard gain. Sam Doristy
big Ed Kunis.
And Ed Kunis in on the tackle.
Second down.
Second down and 9 to go. I was taking a look back, actually listening back on my way to this game here tonight at last week's contest. Just the great start that Holly Springs got against Cary, getting down there, punching the ball in, getting a turnover, 2 scores before that just crazy power outage happened.
Before literally the lights turned out on us. That was unusual, run for sure.
It really was. Man in motion, and this will be a counter. Ball was nearly fumbled, but held on to. It'll be no gain with the carry that goes up the middle. Zion Watson in there to help tackle.
Yeah, that defensive front of Holly Springs is pretty solid. They will interchange those players fairly frequently, so we'll look to see some movement up front there.
I will tell you, we've got some clouds that are off to our right. We're up on the roof tonight. It's a beautiful night for that. I'm glad to not be indoors. But beautiful night tonight. Clouds off to our right. There were threats of thunderstorms as the day was rolling on, but thankfully they're staying off to our right and kind of moving out behind us. So we'll keep an eye on the skies, but so far so good as this is third down. And it will be a pass, long high pass to the right side. Intended receiver is, looks like not listed on the roster.
Pass from Gayton. For number 12.
The pass goes incomplete, brings up fourth down and 9. So after a couple, one really good carry, and then a couple, 1 yard gain, and then a no yard gain, and an incomplete pass, that's going to turn things over by way of the punt coming here in just a moment. And Holly Springs will put it in the hands of their offense for the first time tonight. High snap, but handled well. Pressure in the backfield. It goes for a short kick, but gets a good roll and comes down to the 30-yard line where it will die, and Holly Springs will take over on offense.
That punt, 24 yards.
Derek Combs was back to return the punt. Didn't get anywhere near him, though, but he'll do his work on the offensive side of the ball. I know he has been well talked about as the junior, 6'2", 205-pounder, and did a lot of work last week, too.
Yeah, he gets his touches, and rightfully so. We look for him to try to break some things open for us. He's one of those exciting players that you can stop 4 or 5 times in a row for no gain, and then he's going to bust one for a big gainer.
So on 1st down and 10, Brock Wills, the sophomore quarterback, 5'11", 155 pounds, running this offense quite well, will fake the handoff, passes to the near side, but that one will go incomplete. Intended receiver was Dylan Waskey, and he had a very nice reception in that first quarter as well for the first touchdown of the night.
Yeah, he had a huge catch for us, not just in the carry game and the game before. He's been a clutch receiver for us, believe it or not, coming out of the backfield.
So the pass to Waskey falls incomplete, and we'll see the Golden Hawks try it again on 2nd down, same distance. Shotgun snap. This will be to Waskey, who will bring it from the far side to the near side. Has some room to run as he breaks midfield, then gets tripped up by his own player. That would be Seth Phillips. And Waskey was trying to outrun him, but just a little tangled up.
Yeah, Seth was a little too fast for him there. Learn to set your blocks up a little bit more next time, but we'll take a 1st down.
That run, good enough for a Holly Springs.
That will be a big 1st down that goes into Titan territory up at the 46-yard line. 1st down and 10. For the Golden Hawks. 9:11 to play and counting here in the first quarter. The Hawks will split twins out to the left, one to the right, one wing on the right-hand side. That man will go in motion. Now will be a fake handoff again to Waskey. He's having a busy night so far. This time gets a completion and being lifted up off the ground and then thrown down. You look at South Garner, they don't have a lot of size, but that defender right there showed his size. Ty Barron threw him down.
Yeah, that was an impressive finish. Dylan certainly not the largest guy in stature out there, but he's got the fastest feet about that I've seen out of any running backs out here. But a nice job by South Garner on that one.
Looks like it's going to be a hold, though, against Holly Springs, which is going to back him up 10 yards from the spot of said hold, which will bring him back to the 48-yard line.
That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Holly Springs tends to put themselves in some holes and behind the chains with penalties. Hopefully they can eliminate some of that as we get into league play.
Twins receivers out to the left, one split out to the right. And this time the handoff will go up the middle as Combs takes it.
First carry of the night for Derek Combs.
And Combs will carry ahead in between the sticks again, getting back on schedule. 2nd down and about 7 to go here now.
We'd look to see if that offensive line can continue to punch open some holes and just have a nice steady march here downfield.
I noticed, too, in the beginning, the penalties as far as procedural penalties became a little bit of an issue, at least starting off, jumping early, that sort of thing.
Absolutely, Ren.
And Combs will break a couple tackles first in the backfield. Then as he gets to the linebacker position, almost looked like a face mask there, just a hand on the face mask. But Combs carries 3 or 4 with him as he gets the 1st down. And he will carry it up to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, following up on your comment, Ren, the other thing that has plagued the Hawks is an inability to get the calls offensively in time. So we do end up getting a lot of delay of games procedure penalties just because they're trying to hustle so much to get things in. I'd like to see if they could speed things up a little bit.
And that's killer with that new 40-second play clock, too. I know there's been a lot of getting used to that here in this season, not just on the field, but then also in the booth, too, as Combs looked like he was going to break a big one there. Still 11 yards, not to say it's not a big one, but looked like he was going to break it all the way. This time goes to the left and carries ahead for, I'm going to say right about 10, but enough for the 1st down, as it will be at the 22. Move the chains. And Combs with 2 consecutive positive carries. Coming off is Adam Gruden. And Holly Springs back to work with a fresh set of downs. This time Wills will set Combs just off his right hip, but set back from him. He will get the fake handoff, pass to the near side again to Waski. Waski will carry it through a couple would-be defenders who do make the tackle, but after Waski gets a couple more yards and gets it close to and enough for another first down.
Harris, one of the captains for the Titans.
Harris with the tackle,
That pass
along with one other.
For Holly Springs.
Just a couple missteps early, but Holly Springs able to fire on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting to put things together a little bit. That offensive line is starting to get into gear, open up some nice holes in throwing lanes.
Twins is set to the wide side. One of those goes in motion now, and there we go. Another one of those procedure penalties. And it almost looked like it came from the center. Not sure exactly who moved, but just some of those early movement issues.
Yeah, it was everybody but the center that time.
Well, that you definitely don't want to do. That becomes problematic. Shotgun snap. Combs will get it. Combs with some room to run. Breaks the 10, breaks the 5, stays on his feet, though he was crouched down. Punches it into the end zone. Carrying big number 85, Joshua Bailey, in with him. And Derek Combs gets his first 6 on the night, as do the Golden Hawks, here with 5:59 to play, first quarter.
Great job making the first man miss. South Garner's had some penetration on this drive defensively, but they just haven't been able to get that initial contact. Combs, great job evading him, keeping those legs churning into the end zone.
And into kick is Peyton Sowers. Hold down, kick up, and through the uprights. Good. 7-0 here early in the contest. Encore Properties, our presenting sponsor on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network, offers property management services for a flat monthly rate of $100. Visit encore-pm.com or call 919-324-3829 for more information. Long sustained drive there, Ed. That's one that you like to see, especially in this kind of contest. The quick strikes I've found in the past, while they're exciting, they're good, they wear your defense out a little bit.
Absolutely. And last week was a great case in point where we had a number of scores that happened quickly, and our defense was on the field most of the game and did start to tire out in the fourth quarter. It's a great call out there, Ren. And particularly on the first drive of the game, you like to see your offense put something a little sustained together, lets everybody get involved, get some of that sweat going, turn some yards up. So that was nice to see. I'm sure Coach Firth's happy about that one.
So the Golden Hawks will kick off for the second time tonight. Again, 6 minutes remaining, so halfway through the first quarter of play here at Holly Springs High School. New logo, new athletic branding for the Hawks this season, and you can see it there at midfield. I love it. I think it was the old one was dated, but this new look to the Golden Hawks, I like it. I think it looks good.
They put some time and effort into it and did really a nice job. Graphics department, they really involved the students, got a lot of input on it.
Hey, fans.
And they've come up with what I think is a really nice look for them. I agree.
And a round of applause to the marketing program here at Holly Springs High School, all the athletic programs. The R3 Sports Network is new to Holly Springs as of just last week. We've been working with Kelly Sauls, who has helped us put all this together. And just following along and seeing all the marketing and the promotion of these students and the student athletes that do all this work, I've just been blown away by all of that and really impressed with that. So a round of applause to all of them, as a different look will be coming now for South Garner. This is a shotgun that will be a pass that goes incomplete over the head of Donald McMillan, and quickly the Golden Hawks were into the backfield there. I'll bring up a quick second down and 10. As the punt once again went out of bounds. Ed, is that, again, I haven't seen much game film from Holly Springs. Is that something that Holly Springs is used to doing, these short kicks?
As of the second game, yes.
Okay.
We swapped out the folks that we had on the kickoff team, tried to get a few more playmakers in there, and
that's going to be an incomplete pass as the arm was going forward. I think mid-toss he decided he didn't actually want to throw that ball.
Yeah,
third down.
As that's Joshua Gayton in at quarterback.
But, yeah, we decided to not kick the ball deep quite as much. Obviously, you've got most of the playmakers back there.
Right.
So Coach Firth decided to change things up a little bit, and we've been doing the onside kicks, not purposely for recovery purposes, but really just to put that ball in the hands of the defense and let them take care of things, which they've been able to do so far this year.
Absolutely. Twins receivers to the right this time for the Titans. 2 in the backfield, 1 offset to the right. High snap, but brought down fine by Gayton as he will roll out to his right. Has some speed. Overthrows his intended receiver, which was looks like it was Donald McMillan. He kind of threw in between 2 receivers. Josiah Vaughn was the other one who was the deeper receiver. Regardless, quick 3 incompletions, and the Holly Springs Golden Hawks will get the ball back in their hands. That's a way to just the opposite we were talking about, keep your defense real fresh.
Absolutely, and for South Garner, they're unfortunately in that position where their defense is going to be out there quite a bit, at least these first couple of drives.
Well, I know that they will not, even if they have the leg for it, not be purposefully kicking it to Combs, as this will be, wow,
hey.
How about that? Just staying on his feet, keeping things alive. This is the playmaker for South Garner. It is Joshua Gayton, who had some trouble, couldn't get the kickoff, so he tucks it, runs it forward, and that was almost, you talk about out-kicking your coverage on a kick, that was almost out-kicking your kick block there by Holly Springs.
Yes, that was unusual to see, but pretty much everybody got penetration and almost like a screen pass.
Right.
Just ducked under it, everybody, and took off, and that was really a heads-up play.
It sure was. That's with 5:20 and counting now on the first quarter clock, as that will be credited as a run play. That will be credited as a successful 4th down conversion, 1 for 1 on the night there. And into Golden Hawk territory for the first time tonight as well. Quickly to the line in that tight formation. This will be to Gayton, and Gayton is trying to make up some yardage by going backwards. He's going to lose most of those, though, as he goes down for a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards. Defense snuffed that out, no problem.
Second down.
Interesting that they've gone now. So first series, we saw that wing tee, changed it up to more of a shotgun look, more of a spread look, and now back to that wing tee. This time, Golden Hawks all over it, though.
They seem to have things planned out pretty well for that wing tee formation. I do like the variety that South Garner showing here offensively.
A little substitution question. They're switching sides for, again, another unnamed player, number 44 for South Garner. This will be a quick handoff that just continue. Talk about churning your legs and keeping things moving forward. Up to the 33-yard line, the carry is successful.
Big Ed Kunis on that stuff.
And that is Ty Barron with Ed Kunis bringing him down after the gain of 7.
Yeah, he was a load at fullback there. That was almost the old wedge formation that we used to run back with the old electric football days.
But that does bring up, or that does present an injury, and looks like he is in quite a bit of pain. So that'll stop the clock with 4:01 to play, first quarter. We are having some connection issues up here, so we will continue to broadcast. Hope you're able to see some of our stream tonight, and we'll of course post it to the website after the conclusion of it regardless, so you'll have that. But right now, 7-0 for the Golden Hawks of Holly Springs, and 4:01 on the first quarter clock. We've seen South Garner after the attempted punt block that worked out in South Garner's favor, moved it into on the run by Gayton into Golden Hawk territory. And then just again taking that wing tee formation and moving it ahead forward, using your big fullback to give you some space ahead, and moving the ball in the positive direction. But looks like a lineman down right now in some pain and favoring that right leg. They do get him up, so that is a good sign.
That's good to see.
And they'll get him off the field and resume play here for the SWAC kickoff. Couldn't quite see a number there.
I was going to say, I believe it was Alexander Mayo.
Gotcha.
Third down.
Mayo not completely walking off under his own power, but glad to see that he is up and moving, and they'll get him taken care of on the sideline. That'll bring up third down, 3 to go now.
Third down for your Golden Hawk defense.
This is actually a big third down conversion for the Hawks here.
Yeah, kind of a blunder as far as how you expect things to go. It looks like either a muffed snap there or just a quarterback draw or a quarterback dive right up the middle to try to catch the defense off guard.
And I would assume this is 4-down territory for the Titans.
Now, seeing how they've punted so far, you could punt in this situation and really flip the fields. However, I agree with you. I think you go for it. You've got the momentum right now. Try to give it a go. 4th down and 3 to go. Gayton will go in motion, and a little bit of movement from the defensive line. Nothing, though, and the timeout will be called by the South Garner Titans. So just trying to get that yardage by a penalty. I'm very well aware of that. Again, I call the Fuquay Arena football games this season, and that's talking wing tee and trying to go on 4th down, trying to get somebody to jump off sides. That's a very familiar scene for me.
Yeah, free 5 yards never hurts anything.
That's right.
And there are strategic advantages, and he almost caught the new guy, Vincent Fesky, came in, number 60, on that to try to clog up the middle, and he was a little anxious, obviously, just getting on the field there. Anticipation, almost jumped off sides. Was able to catch himself in time. Now we'll see. They end up resetting now for an actual play or what they decide to do.
And you mentioned it. I mean, very important. 3rd down, same thing here on 4th down. It wasn't the best executed play by the Titans there on the 3rd down. It was maybe just a quarterback dive, if that was indeed what they intended, or a mishandling of the football. But here they need a better look at it, and Holly Springs defense certainly needs to be ready for that. So the front line of Watson, Doristy, and Thomas. Shotgun snap this time as Gayton will take it. There's that screen pass, goes through the hand. We've got a flag down. Completion that will go for a 1st down, but we'll see what that flag will be on the far side of the field.
Shane Perry was on that tackle.
Nice call by the Titans on that.
And it was Fetsky who almost pulled it down and just grabbed it right out of the hands. It's going to be an illegal procedure that's going to go against the Titans, so that'll back them up on what would have been another 4th down conversion.
Yeah, that bails the Hawks out. He definitely had picked up the 1st down on that play, so they're fortunate to get another crack at this one.
Seeing some lightning off in the distance, way off to our right, though we have seen games delayed or called off for
absolutely
things much crazier than that, much further away.
Yeah, it's always an unusual start to the high school football season in North Carolina in August.
Sure is. High snap again, but brought down well by Gayton. He's going to roll over to the left. Now reverses fields, brings it back up to the middle of the field, staying alive as long as he could. Brings it to the 34-yard line, but that will not be enough, and that will be a turnover on downs finally. That was a long set of downs there.
Yeah, and I think he ran about 60 yards on that play to try to gain a yard on that one. But give him credit.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep the play alive and make something happen for his team.
I mean, just like that punt attempt, he kept alive and made something happen there, but this time the defense was all over him and gave it to him. So the Golden Hog offense, well rested, will go back to work here and sees Twins receivers to the right, one to the left, one to the right. Man in motion once again for the Golden Hawks is Waski. Now with some pressure in the backfield, Wills will be brought down for a sack.
Brock Wills brought down
again, another record in the record books for South Garner to be able to get a sack in your first SWAC game. Congratulations to them.
They were all over that play. Defensive line doing a really good job of getting some penetration. For not having a lot of size, they do seem to have some quickness up there. That's given the boys up front a little bit of trouble.
So that sets up 2nd down and 16 on the loss for Wills. Fake handoff to Combs. This time Waskey will take it to the left side. Had the speed going. Boy, you're right. He has those quick feet.
Yeah, he moves. He gets going in a hurry and accelerates. And once he gets in a direction, he can cut and change in a heartbeat. Decided to just head that one straight upfield, north and south, and almost came up with a first down.
So that brings up 3rd down and 2, making getting the Golden Hawks back on schedule here with that long run. Wills, and a flag will be thrown from the actually the South Garner sideline, and that's a curious one. All I can think is kind of a sideline warning or unsportsmanlike contact.
Yeah, I didn't see anything specific. Let's see what the umpire says.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Titans.
Yeah, good call, Ren.
That's a strange one without any movement and seeing it coming from that side.
Yeah, unless it was, as you said, something on the sidelines,
right.
Possibly a sideline infraction.
Right, exactly. So 15-yard penalty gives the Golden Hawks a chance to not even worry about a 3rd down here, reset the chains.
Yeah, and that's something the Titans certainly can't afford.
Absolutely. Clock will roll again, and Wills looks for the shotgun snap. He gets it, hands off to Combs. Combs takes it up the middle, has some room to run, gets it down to the 20-yard line on the big run, and another flag on the South Garner sideline now. And we'll see from the head official here, it is an illegal procedure on the Golden Hawks. That one is killer.
Yeah, that negates a real nice play. Great block by Seth Phillips. Coming off the pole on that, just buried his man. Opened up that hole for Combs on that. Unfortunately, all for naught.
And I'm sure that's something that is just crushing head coach Robert Firth right now when you've got this game game that you really want to work on these very sorts of things. Clean play, no penalties, no turnovers, that sort of focus. And then getting kind of eat up right by them right now as we tick under 30 seconds in the first quarter. This will be Waskey who will this time take it to the near side again, using the wide side of the field. Another flag coming in. Waskey will carry it ahead. Not yet for the first down. Actually, it will be just enough for a first down, but we'll see what the penalty will be as the ball is placed at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's going to be holding again on the wide receiver out there trying to make a block downfield.
And so late in the play, too. Man.
On the Golden Hawks.
That is a killer place to be giving up 10 yards. The downs are still in your favor, but
10-yard penalty
man,
from the
you just
spot
can't.
of the foul.
It's hard to keep moving forward with that
Moves them back to
with that going
1st
on.
and 10.
No, they're looking to rack up as many yardage stats as possible, I think, here on this drive. But it would certainly be nice, again, these are the kind of things, as you pointed out, that they need to clean up.
Right.
As you get into conference play here, those are the things that you're going to have a much harder time coming back against.
Next week on the road against Garner Magnet. Garner down this season, but never a team to count out. And then back here against Fuquay-Varina. Hand off to Combs. Combs again breaking off tackler. Stiff arm. Now breaks off another. Dragged by his the back of his jersey, the tail of his jersey. But that will be a 43-yard touchdown for Derek Combs as he's 2 for 2 on the night for the scores. And that is exactly at the end of the first quarter. So PAT pending. The Holly Springs Golden Hawks going up 2 scores to start this first quarter.
And those are the plays that we talked about in the beginning that we like to see from Combs. Again, he's a punishing runner, but he's got that breakaway capability. And once again, he comes through with a really nice job just keeping his legs churning to keep pulling away from defenders. It's one of the things that we've noticed about him with his running style.
Pressure on the kick there, but the kick is up and good by Sowers, as the Golden Hawks go up 14-0, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. We'll have quarter number 2 for you on the other side of this timeout on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network.
Do you own rental property or have you struggled to sell your home and are interested in generating cash flow? Contact Encore Properties. They manage single-family and multi-unit homes as well as commercial properties for a flat monthly rate. They also offer a referral program to all licensed realtors, so you can trust that your clients will always be sent back to you for sales. Let Encore Properties remove the stress of being a landlord. Visit encore-pm.com today. The parents of the Holly Springs 2020 graduating class would like to wish all the Golden Hawks seniors an exciting, fun-filled, winning final season here in the Hawks Nest. It's almost time to spread your wings and soar, but this is your moment. Enjoy.
Welcome back to the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network as we head into quarter number 2 with 12 minutes up on the second quarter clock. 14-0 as Derek Combs runs at 43 yards. Candidate for a play of the game tonight, and your plays of the game presented by the Scrimp Shack of Holly Springs. We'll tell you more about that in the Golden Hawk post-game show, which is presented by Kent Honeycutt Auto Sales. But that's certainly a candidate for play of the game tonight. Rand Northam alongside Ed Perry tonight for your broadcast, filling in for Adam Moore. But you were just talking about it. That's the kind of play that you want to see and enjoy seeing. It gets the crowd into the game. It gets people fired up, those long plays, and no laundry on the field.
Fortunately for that one, yes, absolutely. Great call. And again, as we get into the second quarter here, let's see if the Hawks can try to keep things moving offensively and defensively. Need to sharpen up as well.
You're exactly right. There have been some things that have not looked as crisp as I'm sure Coach Firth and his coaching staff would really like to see against this South Garner program tonight. We mentioned the next 2 games for Holly Springs, Garner Magnet on the road, and then back here for Fuquay Arena. Then going on the road again, Middle Creek. That one, again, Middle Creek down a little bit this season as the SWAC has been the last few seasons. Then back home again for the last home game of the season for senior night, Apex Friendship, on the 25th of October. And then on the road to finish out the season at Apex and at Hillside to step out of conference, actually, to finish off this season. And Fuquay Arena saw Hillside. I called that game a few weeks ago. That's going to be a good game heading into what I would predict is postseason play for the Golden Hawks.
We hope so.
Right.
It is unusual having a non-conference game for the wrap-up. A lot of times that's usually a game that you're fighting for
exactly.
within
right.
the conference.
Yeah.
So that's a bit unusual from a scheduling standpoint, as you had pointed out this year. But we're looking forward to that. Long way to go.
Yes.
Part of the conference is just coming up.
Just getting started here with the first conference game of the season, Holly Springs and South Garner, as the handoff goes from
Give to number 5,
Gayton.
Xavion
Spivey Vines gets the carry, and that's a good push by the defensive line as Fetsky gets at least a portion of the tackle and the loss for 2.
Second down.
14-0 here, Holly Springs with the lead on top of South Garner. Shotgun formation this time, spread formation with the shotgun snap as Gayton passes to his left. Nice pass, complete over the left-hand side. Josiah Vaughn.
Gayton's pass complete to number 7, Josiah Vaughn.
Gets the completion.
On the stop.
And it is
Joey Annetta.
Shane Perry and Joey Annetta on the tackle. That will be a gain of 6. 3rd down and 4 coming out of the line. The gain is the Golden Hawk 49.
Golden Hawk defense.
Can only assume that's a Perry of your blood. Is that correct?
That is, yes. And he and Annette have done a great job kind of being some stalwart leaders on the defense this year for us. And Annetta being a junior, Shane Perry's a senior this year. And usually we've got Tim Inman at the inside linebacker position, number 42, but he's out with a broken hand this week, so we've got David Ortega filling in for him.
Pass falls incomplete.
Big loss, I'm sure, with Inman going out.
Yes, Timmy is an outstanding player for us.
Well, that will bring up 4th down on the incompletion.
And he's battled a lot of injuries this year, actually. Over the summer, had some surgeries, and did a really great job working himself back into it, so it's a shame he's got to miss tonight. I think he should be back for the next one.
Nice. Well, I hate seeing injuries, especially on the high school level. It's so much tougher on the high school level, not having that opportunity to redshirt. If this, obviously on the high school level, you're working on academics. That's the first focus. But when you want to get that opportunity to play football as well, you want to have as much opportunity to do it as well. And I hate to see players that miss a season or more due to injuries. But nice punt there, 37-yarder by Gayton as he kicks it down to the 16-yard line where the Golden Hawk offense will take over, first down and 10. Don't let your investment property become a headache. Take the work out of it. Contact Encore Properties to receive professional property management services for a flat rate that includes quarterly inspection. Visit encore-pm.com or call 919-324-2829 for more information. Hand off to Combs as Wills completes it and gets it for a gain of about 5, maybe 6. Gain up to the 22-yard line. Second down and 6 coming.
Tackle on that play was by number 51. Tyree Edwards is having a really nice game up front for the Titans.
And Wills calls out to his slot receiver. Move out just a little bit further. That will set up a screen pass, but not able to stay on his feet. I believe they're calling it a completed pass, but for no gain. And that'll bring up third down and 4.
Yeah, just a little low on that one from Wills.
So it was Waskey who was in the slot there, setting up that block out in front. But again, just a little too low, not able to carry it forward. 9:14 and counting. And counting here in the second quarter. Make sure to stay tuned for Hawks at the half, presented by your 2020 Golden Hawk seniors. This will be Waskey who will take it to the right side. And another flag down on the field. I can only imagine what that might be.
51,
yeah, that's
Edwards.
a bad omen.
Good enough for Holly Springs.
I think that's going to give another opportunity a third down here. It was a good game by Waskey.
Holding on the Golden Hawks.
Holding will back him up 10 yards. They'll be, I thought he was already counting it off. Forgot where the flag was. So that'll back him up close to the original line of scrimmage in this set of downs.
Yeah, that sets the Hawks back behind the chains again.
From the spot of the foul, that'll move it back, make it a
And we'll credit the
third
South Garner
and
defense
9.
for being active defensively,
That's right.
getting the Hawks out of position where maybe they feel like they've got to do a little more grabbing.
So third down and 9. As Trips will set out to the left this time. And one split out to the right. Man in motion. Waskey. Wills will look to go to the air. Passes to the, nice defensive move there by Xavion Spivey Vines. Steps in front of the intended pass for Kyle Morgan.
Xavion Spivey Vines,
And that will fall incomplete, and the Golden Hawks are going to have to punt this one away.
Nice defensive stand there, aided by the penalty. But you take advantage of the opportunities as they're given to you.
And exactly why you cannot get yourself in that situation where you are committing so many penalties that it really takes away those positive plays for you.
Yeah, it does come back to bite you.
A late substitution coming in here, though, with plenty of time. As Sowers is back to punt with 3 seconds left on the play clock. Nice roll. It will fall, or hit off of the player who was trailing that one. That is DeAndre Partridge. Nice interception in the first quarter that led to that second touchdown in the contest last week.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch.
And that'll give South Garner the ball back here with 8:24 to play. A 14-0 lead right now for the Golden Hawks.
To visit all our sponsors. We also have several gold and bronze sponsors.
Loren Sowers has been doing a great job kicking for the Hawks this year. He was the hero of our third game against Green Hope, kicking the game-winning field goal with no time left on the clock, and has really managed it well.
Capital Insurance, Holly Springs Eye Associates.
I would say that was maybe a turning point even for this team. I mean, to be able to pull that win out, 1-point victory, third game of the season, that's got to be something that the Golden Hawks are going to be thinking about the rest of the season. Wow, throwing the flag from the backfield, or the back judge.
But there is a flag on the play.
And it almost looked like it came after what looked to me like a very nice block by South Garner. But we'll look and see what it's called. It's a personal foul.
That's an unusual call.
That one. It's not helmet to helmet.
No, it wasn't a targeting, but
No.
I'm not sure. I might have to look that one up in the rule book.
I used to know that one because we had it a couple years ago. But a personal foul regardless.
Personal foul, helmet to helmet contact.
Okay.
That'll move it back 15
and
yards.
I think it's actually more of a roughing. It's not the helmet to helmet that because that's when they put the fist to the head.
Right.
It's a blow to the head. But it's more of a roughing penalty that the hit was just too hard. One that might be more like targeting, so something that would go to review on the college level nowadays. But a 15-yard penalty regardless against South Garner.
That back judge throwing that flag, he must have seen somebody's head snap in a fashion that
it was a big
was not expected.
It was definitely a big hit. I saw it when it happened.
Yeah, they fired out well coming off of that ball.
They did. And getting the playoff just in time is Gayton and the offense of South Garner. Good gain of a couple. It'll only end up being a 2-yard gain. Again, that defensive line getting some push and the linebackers and backfield coming in.
They are pursuing well on those plays to the outside.
Second down.
It's those plays up the middle that we seem to be struggling with a little bit with that power formation. Again, it's not one you see very often anymore these days, with most teams going to more of a spread formation and trying to move the ball around.
So second down and 24 now from the Titans 31. We mentioned Hawks at the half. We hope you'll stay tuned for that. A lot of it, I will tell you, will be some of the homecoming festivities. We'll let you see what's going on here at homecoming. Long pass, which will be intercepted. Pulled down nicely on a pass that just kind of hung up there for a little bit. Joey Anetta pulls it down inside Titan territory with 6:55 left to play, second quarter, and a 14-0 lead, trying to add to that now.
Yeah, great play by Anetta back there again at safety. Really does a solid job for us. A lot of speed to cover a lot of ground, but very athletic kid too. He makes a lot of plays.
Ed, I'm really sorry to say this. I have a feeling that our officials have seen what has been taking place in the perimeter around this field, which is the kind of lightning that you don't want. You want the lightning on the field.
Right.
But that's what I'm afraid is taking place down on the field right now.
Yeah, I think they're having some discussions.
Is that Athletic Director Weitzel
It is.
on the field? Yep. So that's that is not the sign you want to see.
No, generally he's not the guy out there. Now, these times we always try to lean on big weather down in the booth to get that professional prognostication.
Yeah.
However.
Well, that's a good sign. And I think what they might be doing is keeping an eye on it, making sure it doesn't get any closer. And we'll continue on. So nice turnover for the Golden Hawks. Great interception by Anetta, and the offense will go back to work after an offensive series, again, marred by penalties one series ago. Man in motion is Morgan. This will be a pass to the near side. This time low again, but Combs able to pick it up. He's down to the 30. One man to beat. It's a foot race. 5, touchdown, Golden Hawks. But, believe it or not, sitting at the 49-yard line, a flag. Unbelievable.
And on the complete opposite side of the play. Let's hope that's not against the Hawks.
There is a chance that it's nope. It is an illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure on the Golden Hawks.
Against the Golden Hawks that will bring it back 5 yards. And interesting, multiple times tonight. So quite often you see illegal procedures that will blow the play dead. These must be formation penalties. When they don't blow the play dead, it's a formation penalty. It's something like that, which is even more of a killer. That's not a going after it, jumping quickly. That is a you are in the wrong place, and something that I'm sure Coach Firth really wants to get fixed.
Yeah, those are the kind of things that really shouldn't happen
15, Golden Hawk offense.
because they are personnel related and strictly just mental.
Right. So first down and 15 now back into Golden Hawk territory. We've got the highlight for a Combs touchdown, trying to go for his third of the night, but we'll have to wipe that one off. And we'll bring it first down and 15. Twins receivers to the right, one to the left. Combs goes in motion. This will be a fake handoff. And now a handoff to Combs. Combs looking for his blocker, lets that set up and continues to carry ahead. Up to the 43-yard line, 44-yard line is where he will be marked out of bounds. It's a good gain to get back on schedule here for second down.
Yeah, nice job by Frelo not holding that time, even with his arms out extended, doing a good job of stalk blocking on the cornerback out there. Operating in space is difficult for those guys sometimes. Combs doing a nice job of letting that block set up.
Second down and 7 after the 8-yard gain. Wills sends the man in motion, which is Morgan. This will be a pass to Combs on the right-hand side. He tries to stiff arm the would-be blocker who ends up bringing him down. Nice tackle there.
Good tackle.
And Gayton doing a lot of the work. You can quite often see with these programs that are so young, you have to depend on a handful of players, and Gayton is certainly one of those playing on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. He's showing himself as a stalwart football player out here, one of those throwback kind of guys that has to go both ways. And you're absolutely right, Adam. Usually your talent level just isn't quite deep enough yet to be able to field full squads both ways to give those guys a break.
6 minutes left to play on the second quarter clock. Hawks at the half coming your way here in just a little bit. Man in motion is Combs. This time the handoff will go to the man in the backfield, who is Waski, who goes to the 10, 5, and touchdown. This one will stand. No laundry on the field. Waski runs it. A good 40-plus yards for the score. Going up 3 scores, PAT pending.
And a great job by the offensive line that time. Opening up a nice hole up the middle again. That's kind of our bread and butter play right there.
And with 5:42 to play in the second quarter, again, a 20-0 lead here. Back-to-back, actually not back-to-back series on long touchdown runs, but as far as scoring drives, back-to-back long scoring runs as Sowers is in to attempt the PAT. Up and good.
Sowers' kick is good.
21-0 with 5:42 to play until halftime.
5:42 left in the half. South Garner, nothing.
Couple issues again, but good to see to get back on schedule there after the previous series was really something, I mean, back in your own territory, struggling, giving up those penalties. I think there's a list is beginning to form here of the things that they really need to lock down on as the rest of the season goes on. Again, Garner Magnet on the road next week.
Yeah, these are the kind of things that they will definitely need to try to address this week. Garner Magnet will be a tougher overall foe with things as going. As you mentioned, they're always a tough squad, and while their record may not show it this year, they are not an easy out for anybody, and I would expect them to be contending at the conference level as well. SWAC's really pretty wide open this year, I would say.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And I think Holly Springs, especially after last season, finishing that strong and having the returners that they have, the start of the season that they've had this season, I think has to be a front runner in this one. But that means that the target is on your back. I think Holly Springs last year didn't have such a target on their back. It's an easier way to go about your program or about your season when you can kind of be that underdog who comes in, makes a couple upsets, and then and takes the crown.
Absolutely. It was a nice position to be in.
And this will be another worm burner right along the ground that goes to the 40-yard line. And Tyler Reeves does his part.
That was one of the things Coach Firth emphasized in the preseason as well, in trying to instill how to play as the leader,
right?
And how to compete
yes.
when you are the one that people are eyeing every week and trying to take advantage of. It is a different thought process, and a little different perspective than some of these kids have been used to for this program.
Platinum sponsor this year of your Golden Hawks. First and 10 for the Titans.
I remember just my high school programs, all of them, no matter what the athletic program was, no matter what sport, just awful. I mean, we didn't win anything. And so there's that mentality of you have to know how to you got to learn how to win, because we started to get some good players and one of the years, and it was as if we just couldn't finish games, didn't know how to win. So there's that side of it, but you're exactly right. On the other side, then once you are winning, you've got to know how to win right. You've got to know how to close out games that are maybe tight down the ends. It's a whole, it is a mental game as well.
And that's why these programs that are consistently successful are so impressive.
Yes,
right?
yes,
and because
absolutely.
you know what it takes that goes on behind the scenes to try to set that expectation and that mindset in the players every year.
That's right. Wake Forest losing their first game in, 45 at the beginning of the season to Cardinal Gibbons this year.
Surprising, but I think probably a good wake-up call for them.
Yes.
And it probably made them even hungrier.
Right.
Going
Watch out for them now, because that loss was bound to come. But you always you want to be the ones who give it to them, and now it's going to probably take another 45 games to see one.
And how about that schedule Gibbons is playing this year?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Absolutely brutal,
Not
but
playing around.
they are doing a fantastic job and really setting themselves up well for what should be a deep playoff run for them again this year.
Definitely. Loss of one on the first down, gain of one on second down, back to the original line of scrimmage. And Golden Hawks keeping the Titans at bay so far. Bit of a jump, and they're going to say this time the nose tackle did jump just enough.
Yeah,
and that'll be Fetsky, yeah.
Just a little too excited.
Golden Hawks will move back 5, still third down.
Ready to make a big play there.
And he'll get a chance to think about it.
That'll bring Andrew Phillips back on.
Fesky, a young player. A lot of football ahead of him, hopefully. Good kid. Very strong to go with that build.
Third down and 5. Trying for the hard snap again, and a timeout will come with 3:44. 3:43. No, they'll say delay of game, actually, on the Titans to give the 5 right back. Interesting. And no, it will be the line judge on the far side who will say that South Garner got the timeout in just in time. And they'll take their second timeout of the half. And that stops the clock with 3:43 to play in the second quarter. I want to remind you that Golden Hawk football on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network is presented by Encore Properties. Don't let your investment property become a headache. Take the work out of it. Contact Encore Properties to receive professional property management services for a flat rate that includes quarterly inspection. Visit encore-pm.com or call 919-324-2829 for more information. And stay tuned for Hawks at the Half, presented by your 2020 Golden Hawk Seniors. The parents of the Golden Hawk Seniors wanting to come together and praise the seniors out on the field, and certainly glad that they did that. We'll have some of the halftime festivities that are going on here. We'll let you listen to some of that, see some of that going on, and get you ready for half number 2. That will come your way right here on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network. So third down and 5 coming now for South Garner. They've been running the wing T so far in this set of downs, in this series. And now coming up with the spread formation. Twins to the right, twins to the left. And a pitch on the read option, which will come to the near side. Flag coming in. That looks like the area of holding. But a good stop as Xavion Spivey Vines gets the carry.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think this one is going to go back against the Titans.
On the Titans. That penalty is declined.
I think it was DeAndre Partridge who made that tackle, so no need to accept that penalty in this position. You bring up the fourth down on the nice stop.
Yeah, good range shown by the Hawks defense on that play, as the Titans looked like they had some space outside, and that inside-out pursuit got there, able to shut that play down.
Fourth down and 5. The huddle is way deep for South Garner. And it looks like the Titans are going to go for it here, barring any quick kick. And that'll be a timeout, which will be called by South Garner.
taking a page out of the Holly Springs offensive play calling playbook here with waiting till the last minute to try to get your plays in.
Oh, they were 15 yards back from the line of scrimmage. Very interesting. Took them time just to get up there. So that will be the last timeout of the half for the South Garner Titans with 3:09 to play. This sets up good positioning for the Golden Hawks right now, too. So you've got 3:09 potentially getting the ball here after this play. With 3:09, 3 timeouts left, trying to punch the ball in one more time before halftime and getting the ball back.
Yeah, I think there'd be nothing better that Coach Firth would like right now, and the Golden Hawks would be to just have just that. Get the ball back into the offense's hands, let them take some time off the clock, drive it down, and put a score in right about at the half as the time's going out would be perfect.
And that's how they ended the first half. It was Combs with that first long run of the night. Punched it in for the second touchdown of the night. He's got 2 of the 3. Waskey has the 3rd on another long run. But as the clock struck 0, Combs of the first quarter, Combs punched that one in. 4th down, 5 to go. The line to gain is actually just short of midfield. Shotgun snap, pass complete. Nice pass. Triple team there. Ball comes out, keeping him up on his feet, picking it up, trying to return the ball now is Shane Perry. Perry loses it out of bounds, but the ball is kept until he gets out of bounds. Perry picks it up, returns it, won't even need the punt, and that is why you want to get down as quickly as possible if you're on the offensive side. You get the first down, time to hit the ground.
Those big guys are coming after you, and they're not happy.
And they were ready to strip the ball. Great job by the defense of the Golden Hawks. Another play of the game presented, at least candidate, presented by the Scrim Shack. Here, Big Weather Don Schwinneker's got his mic still on as Combs carries ahead to the 30-yard line. Still has his mic hot. He's looking at his phone for the Storms, and you could hear just a little bit about what he was saying. So looks like we're okay for a little bit at least.
Yeah, the wind is picking up a bit here up top for us. Still very comfortable. But those flashes certainly make you look upwards.
Yeah, we'll be inside well before anybody else. I promise you that. 2:28 and counting now. Again, all 3 timeouts left for the Golden Hawks. Trips receivers to the right, 1 split out to the left, and 1 man in the backfield is Combs. He gets the fake handoff, and Waskey not able to pull it in again, just thinking about the run before the catch.
Yeah, that was a shame. Willis, with a perfect throw, led him right out on the hands on that one, had plenty of room in front of him, and, was just thinking about end zone.
That will bring up 3rd down and a long 3.
Holly Springs not throwing it downfield very much this game. However, they are spreading the ball around and getting it outside, throwing a lot more frequently than they have in some of the other games. So I think Coach Firth looks like he's trying to work on some things here, setting some things up for some games coming.
With Combs off the right hip of Wills again. So it'll be a fumble. And taken back by South Garner, and that was interesting is I think Combs and Wills didn't quite have the communication down on that one because you could see that Combs didn't turn back around to try to fall on it. He kept running as if Wills was going to keep that, pull it out of the gut, and take off.
Yeah, that looked like that read option play, and he fully expected Wills to keep that one, and obviously Wills had other thoughts.
So as you expect Holly Springs to have an opportunity here to punch it in before halftime. It's actually South Garner now with 2:07, but no timeouts. Getting the ball back. Twins receivers to either side. High snap again, and Gayton is just going to have to fall on that very smartly as he falls on it at the 17-yard line, or it will be 2nd down and long.
Yeah, good
We'll
job
let you
not
do the
making
math.
a bad play any worse on that one.
Right.
Take your loss, reset, come back and try again.
Very infrequently can you scoop and make something out of a play like that, especially with the back to the defense. Every so often, but very smart to fall on it. 94 seconds now and counting here, 2nd quarter. High snap again, but able to pull it down this time is Gayton. Right there is a net on the tackle to stop the Titans for no gain.
Joey Annetta
and brings up 3rd down and 25.
3rd down.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to run the clock all the way out here, so they will get back to the Hawks.
Almost interesting that the Hawks are not taking the timeout, though. Not a score that you need at this point. I almost wonder if you try to work on some of that late half offense. But that is not what Coach Firth wants to do here. They might be getting a short field, though, as Gayton does a great job to get away from that one. Just throws it deep down the field, trying for anything there. Good job to roll out the intended receiver being
the Titans falls incomplete. 4th down now for
number
South
15,
Garner.
which is Julius Peacock. But well beyond any player, regardless of color of jersey. And that'll bring up 4th down and most likely a punt.
Yeah, Gayton running for his life on that one. Showed a good arm.
He did. And the scramble ability was really impressive.
He's an athletic kid. There's no doubt about that. He showed enough of it tonight already.
Something that Combs has not had an opportunity of tonight is any kind of return. And so the coaching staff telling Combs, take a step up. But no amount of steps, unfortunately, going to help him get to that one.
Yeah, he doesn't get many opportunities back there, unfortunately, whether intentional or unintentional. And rightfully so if you're the opposing coach. That's a smart move, probably.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the South Garner 26-yard line.
So that will bring up 1st and 10, deep inside Titan territory. And right back to the opportunity to try to punch one in here.
It's about where they should have been with the time on the clock. So all things seem to have worked out. Let's see if they can finish things off here.
1st down and 10. Twins receivers to either side. Shotgun snap. Rolling out to the left. Looking for the pass. Wills almost gets it to the intended receiver of Waski. He dives out for that one, but not able to pull it in. 26.2 is where the clock stops.
2nd down and 10.
That's all right. Good job getting away from the pressure there as well. Will's not the most mobile yet, but again, he's still young, only a sophomore this year. So he's been doing a nice job stepping in. Varsity is a big step up, moving up from that JV level, the speed and size of the game, and he's adjusted well and continuing to make adjustments.
And I personally love seeing, if you've got the talent for it, I love seeing a sophomore getting an opportunity, regardless of the position, getting an opportunity up at the varsity level because of the years of improvement. Wow, threading the needle there. Is that Frello? Frello pulling that one down and just really kind of finding a gift there as it comes through the would-be defenders.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting that one to get through the defense. It almost surprised him, and fortunately Will stuck it right in his belly. He had no choice but to catch it.
And what great concentration to be able to pull it in.
Yeah, he's been our most consistent receiver this year so far.
But my point being, so having a sophomore, again, if you don't have the talent for it, don't force it. But I love seeing the sophomores with the opportunities. Time and time again is, well, depending on the player, depending on the amount of focus they have, sometimes that senior year, the senioritis can kick in if you're not fully committed to the football team, the football program, if you're thinking about other sites. But you get in on that sophomore year and have 2 really strong years. That junior year can be such a big one for you. And then maybe you ride the wave into your senior year too. So I love seeing sophomores getting that playing time and really doing well.
Yeah, I think he's going to do a good job for the Hawks the next couple of years here, and we really have not had that strong, young, developed quarterback. Most of the guys that we've had the last 3 or 4 years have been seniors coming in, or the junior seniors.
Right.
So this is bodes well for the future of the Hawks.
Out of the timeout for the Hawks. Another fumble off the snap, but Will's able to pull it up, has some pressure in the backfield, stays on his feet. Defense able to bring him down, though, and could not get away from all of that. And the bad thing about it, too, is it takes quite a bit of time off the clock.
It does.
But the second timeout called for Holly Springs will let them regain this a little bit, pull everything back together, and bring up 2nd down and second down and goal from the, looks like, 12-yard line.
Yeah, they got enough time on the clock to get 2 plays in. So we'll see how Coach Firth decides to roll with things here. This is where you typically like to see that, fade pass down the sideline into the corner. Takes 5 or 6 seconds off the clock. Give your receiver a chance to catch the ball and nobody else.
And with 11.2 on the second quarter clock, 21-0.
Although looking at the personnel package, I think we're going a different direction.
Yes. This looks like the ground and pound.
Yeah, this is our power eye, short yardage, goal line offensive formation. So I think Coach Firth is going to be content to just see what Combs can do on this one.
And he gives it to Combs for the toss sweep, trying to go for the corner. Combs into the end zone. We're going to have a flag by the back judge, but look at Combs and the positioning as he's able to turn that defender around and then kind of sidestep around that cone into the end zone.
But flag down on the play.
Cone, pylon is what I mean there. And that'll be right at the goal line that the flag's going to be thrown. This is an interesting one. And it's
yeah.
Okay. Personal foul again. One of those
helmet-to-helmet
roughing
plays.
Yeah, and I think I saw one of the Hawks offensive linemen down in the end zone. We teach aggressiveness on the offensive line.
Yep.
Sometimes it gets away from you.
Got to know where the play is. That's one that, again, if it happens as part of the play, as something you're doing, maybe a little bit more understanding. With 4 seconds left, though, now Combs has the wide side to the right. And
I would expect a toss right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's number 59, David Ortega, is the lead blocker.
This will be a fake. Wills rolls back, throws over the head of Morgan, incomplete. Clock strikes 0, and the Hawks
pass intended for Morgan falls incomplete.
Losing another opportunity there to punch one in before the end of the first half. But you take the 21-0 lead into halftime. We'll have halftime festivities for you at Hawks at the Half, and we'll come back and get you ready for the third quarter after a few minutes here. We'll let you listen to the festivities, but a good start. 21-0 Golden Hawks on top of the Titans on the Golden Hawk R3 Sports Network.
The parents of the Holly Springs 2020 graduating class would like to wish all the Golden Hawks seniors an exciting, fun-filled, winning final season here in the Hawks Nest. It's almost time to spread your wings and soar, but this is your moment. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for helping me find this fantastic investment property for such a great rate.
It was my pleasure. Now we need to get you over to Encore Properties so they can help you find a well-qualified tenant.
Can't you help with that?
No, I specialize in helping you buy and sell property. Encore will help you with property management and will send you back to me when you're ready to sell.
Stick with your trusted real estate agent for buying and selling, but let Encore Properties do the hard work of finding your tenants and handling the day-to-day issues that being a landlord presents. Contact Encore and lock in the guaranteed flat rate management fee of $100 per month today. Visit encore-pm.com or call 919-324-3829.
Arise, the Urology Clinic for Men, provides a complete solution to men's health. Located in Cary, the board-certified urologists at Arise have decades of experience specializing in men's health. Visit arisetheclinicformen.com to find out about Core Wave Therapy. Arise is the first practice in North Carolina to offer this advanced treatment. You can also read testimonials and a blog about men's health. Call 919-964-3750 or visit arisetheclinicformen.com for more information.
Welcome into Hawks at the Half, presented by your Golden Hawks seniors. It's time to break down the first half. We'll take a look around the triangle with scores from tonight's matchups. Let's head back inside the broadcast booth with the voice of the Golden Hawks, Adam Moore.
Inspired her to find a passion in soccer. Also representing the sophomore class, we have Ursula Urquhart, the daughter of Thomas and Aaron Urquhart. She is being escorted tonight by her father. Ursula plays lacrosse and runs track and is also a member of FCA.
The person she looks up to the most is her dad, who sacrifices every day to provide and care for their family. Our final representative from the sophomore class is Olivia Von Cook. She is the daughter of Kurt and Carrie Von Cook and is being escorted tonight by her father. Olivia is an avid lacrosse player playing on several teams and is also a member of the tennis team in Young Life. Last year, she was awarded the Coaches Award for JV lacrosse. Olivia really looks up to her parents because they are so hardworking and always manage to smile no matter the circumstances. Representing the junior class tonight, we have Sydney Howard. Sydney is the daughter of Chad and Sarah Howard and is being escorted by her father. Sydney is a member of the cross-country team and also participates in indoor and outdoor track. Sydney is lettered as a varsity runner every season since starting high school at Holly Springs. She is also a member of several clubs at the school, including FCA, Purple Craze, and DECA. The person she looks up to the most in her life is her best friend, Emma Rush, because she is a kind person who always has fun but yet always holds her friends accountable. Sydney Howard. Our next representative from the junior class is Peyton Jones. Peyton is the daughter of Tara Reed Jones and Russell Jones and is being escorted tonight by her father. Peyton is a co-captain of the color guard this year. She also spends her time volunteering at numerous organizations like being a part of the Girls World Expo Advisory Board. She has also won several awards for her original writings. The people who have impacted her life the most are her parents, who taught her the importance of virtue and kindness in a world that does not always show you the same. Peyton Jones. Our final representative from the junior class is Brinley Styons. Brinley is the daughter of Angela and Wade Styons and is being escorted tonight by her father. Brinley is a member of the National Honor Society and HOSA. She is also a member of the varsity cheer team. The people she looks up to the most in her life are her parents because they have always been very supportive of her. Brinley Styons. Our first representative from the senior class tonight is Molly Anton. Molly is the daughter of Jalen and Freddie Anton and is being escorted tonight by her father. Molly is a member of the varsity lacrosse team and advanced choir at Holly Springs and is also a member of Young Life. The person who has had the most impact on her life is her dad because he is the most loving, generous, and hardworking person she has met. Next year, she would like to attend a four-year university to study business. Molly Anton. Our first senior gentleman being recognized tonight is Grayson Bowles. Grayson is the son of Mark and Donna Bowles and is being escorted tonight by his dad. When not at school, Grayson enjoys working or hanging out with his friends and family, especially his twin brother and dad. The person Grayson looks up to the most is his dad because he has shown him the true meaning of what makes a man into a gentleman. He is intelligent, courageous, and above all else, the most humble man Grayson knows, and he couldn't ask for a better role model. After graduation, Grayson would like to go to ECU to study computer science. Grayson Bowles. We would also like to recognize senior Samuel Dorosty tonight. Sam is the son of Moody Dorosty, who is also escorting him. Sam is not only a member of our football team, but is also a member of jazz band and has participated in the musicals at Holly Springs. For the past 2 years, he was awarded the Louis Armstrong Award for his participation in the jazz band program. The person who he looks up to the most in his life is Coach Firth because he always supports him with everything that he does. Next year, he would like to attend NC Central University to major in jazz. Samuel Dorosty. Our next young lady representing the senior class is Kyla Dove. Kyla is the daughter of Kyle and Lutasha Dove and is being escorted tonight by both her parents. Kyle is the president of Style Club at Holly Springs. She is an active leader in her church community and also has an internship at Wilburn Elementary School. Her number one hero in life is her dad. He is her best friend and is always there to cheer her on or boost her confidence. He makes her believe she can do anything. Next year, Kyla would like to attend Elizabeth City State University to major in elementary education. Kyla Dove. We would also like to recognize Jackson Deltz. Jackson is the son of Jack and Marty Deltz, and he is being escorted tonight by his mother. Jackson is a member of the lacrosse team at Holly Springs High School and is also the president of our Purple Craze Club, a member of National Art Honor Society, and participates in Young Life. The person he looks up to the most in life is his Young Life leader, Braxton, because he helped him find God and is always someone who we can talk to about anything. He plans to attend either NC State or ECU next year to major in biology. Jackson Delks. Next, we have Wesley Ferguson. Wes is the son of Scott and Sarah Ferguson and is being escorted tonight by his sister, Hannah Thompson. Wes is a member of both the soccer and track teams at Holly Springs and is a part of student council in DECA. He also volunteers with the Meg Smile Foundation. Last year, Wes had the honor of being a junior marshal for graduation. The person he looks up to the most in life is his brother, Caleb Ferguson, because he has always set an example for Wes to follow by working hard, being respectful, and staying humble. Next year, Wes would like to attend a four-year university. Wesley Ferguson. Our next young lady representing the senior class tonight is Emily Cowder. Emily is the daughter of Brian and Tammy Cowder and is being escorted tonight by both of her parents. Emily is a member of the Friends for Friends Club at Holly Springs and was also a recipient of the Terrific Kid Award for the Kiwanis Club in 2018. In her free time, Emily loves to fish, go to the beach, and spend time with her family. The people in her life that she looks up to the most are her parents because they have taught her to be kind and helpful to other people. Next year, Emily will spend her time working and volunteering with the elderly. Emily Cowder. Also representing the senior class is Tyavia Pender. Ty is the daughter of Cindy Lasker and is being escorted tonight by her mother. She is a member of several organizations at Holly Springs, including Science Honor Society, Girl Up Club, and Student Ambassadors. She has also worked very hard to complete the AP Capstone program by taking not only AP Seminar and AP Research, but also 4 additional AP courses. Next year, Ty would like to attend UNC Greensboro to get a degree in trauma nursing and eventually become a physician's assistant. Tyavia Pender. Our final gentleman we are proud to have representing the seniors is yours truly, Robbie Russo. He is the son of Frank Russo and Jennifer Minahan and is being escorted tonight by his mother. Robbie is the manager for our varsity baseball team and is recognized school-wide for making Friday the most fantastic day of morning announcements. Robbie also volunteers at Going Full Circle and Together on Stage. The person who has had the most impact on his life is his mother. Robbie is the reason she became a speech-language pathologist, and she has made him a good-looking and quite humble young man. Robbie would also like to thank all his teachers and the friends he has made at Holly Springs, because without them, there would be no Robbie Russo. Robbie Russo. Our final young lady representing the seniors tonight is Madison Schweneker. Maddie is the daughter of Don and Kim Schweneker and is being escorted tonight by her father. Maddie is the student body president for Holly Springs High School. She is also a member of the Athletic Trainers Club, is the co-president of the Advanced Choir, and is captain of the shot put team. She was also the winner of a Daughters of the American Revolution Award. The people she looks up to the most in life are her parents. People always say that Maddie and her siblings are such good kids that Maddie thinks they just have incredible, loving, intelligent, and hilarious parents. Next year, Maddie would like to attend any college that will give her a scholarship, but would like to pursue a career in emergency medicine. Maddie Schweneker. Please give each of these young ladies and gentlemen a round of applause. At this time, we are honored to welcome back to Holly Springs High School our 2018 Homecoming King, Nate Stone, and 2018 Homecoming Queen, Abby Akins, who will help us crown our 2019 King and Queen this evening. Each of these senior young men and women were chosen because they truly exemplify beauty both inside and out. And tonight, one young lady has chosen by the entire student body as our new Homecoming Queen of Holly Springs High School. Please join us in congratulating your 2019 Homecoming Queen, Maddie Schweneker. It is now with great excitement that we will also get to crown one of these gentlemen as the new Homecoming King of Holly Springs High School. Please join us in congratulating your 2019 Homecoming King, Robbie Russo.